welcome back to the Muppet Vlogs. This is episode number 13.
Already.
I know, right? So this is for the episode Got Silk. We have 3 episodes after this one left, which is crazy.
I know.
We were just talking about how there was only 2 weeks left, and actually, just so you know, just warning ahead of time that the last 2 episodes there might be a delay because I'm going to be out of town when those episodes air, but we still want to do a vlog and we're going to get Samantha in on it, I think, so those might be kind of late. But anyway, this is for now. So this is the episode Got Silk, where Piggy has to go find some friends.
Because she doesn't have any.
No! I know, I think this was good that they focused on this because I think that one of the complaints from the public about this show was that they were finding Piggy really unlikable.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is unfortunate because I love her, but I can see where they're coming from. But I even like that she even specifically had the line towards the end where she was like, am I that hard to like?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah, you kinda are.
Kinda, girl, I'm sorry. But, so we have that story where she's basically realizing that she doesn't have a lot of close friends, and then we also have the story with Rizzo, Gonzo, and Pepe.
Where pizza is...
Pizza, it's Pache.
Whatever pizza. So...
Yay, he came back too.
Pizza Pache, the douchebag, is trying to bribe them.
To write better things, or at least things that he wants them to write about.
Yeah, not better. He was basically trying to get them to make commercials during the show.
Basically, yeah.
He's trying to sell them out.
But then it was kind of funny how we also focused on Kermit a little bit in the episode.
Yeah.
Which I wasn't expecting, because he tried to call Denise, and then next thing we know, she's dumping his stuff on his desk.
Yeah.
And we all went like, aww, when we saw that part, because I was like, yay, maybe we'll actually get to figure out what's happening between him and Denise, but it looks like Denise just kind of dumped him. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sad.
I know.
I was like, maybe they're gonna talk it out like adults. No.
You know what? It's unfortunate. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they will use her more in the show at some point, but this is kind of, you know, I have to make a whole video about this. She did kind of become what I was hoping she wouldn't, which was just basically someone for Kermit to fall in love with. Like, really, what has she done in this series?
Not a whole lot.
Not really. She's just been kind of a ploy, you know, and it's not really that strong if we don't know that much about her, so.
Yeah, and everything is Kermit-centric with her.
Exactly. So I'm kind of like, I kind of hope maybe there will be a point where we do get her more involved somehow, but it seems like her and Kermit right now are kind of... So,
yeah.
Unfortunately, which is still sad, because I still felt bad for Kermit, but at the same time, we're seeing a little bit more development between him and Piggy.
Yeah. And also, his relationship with Denise was really not strong for a while.
No, it really wasn't. So I'm kind of, I wish there was more substance to that, because, I don't know, it would have been more meaty, but at the same time, I realized recently that they kind of made the series where they were just basically separating Kermit and Piggy, so there was like not much there weren't really a lot of stakes. Yeah. You know, I wish there was kind of just more meat in that, you know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. I feel like they kind of relied too much on the fact like, oh, they were in a relationship. Go from there. It's just like, no, you need to have more stakes. You need to have a little bit more like something going on. Some development. Something that's similar to like the episode with Denise's birthday, but like actually have Denise, like, you should have had an episode where like Denise did something. Yeah. You know, like, where she was involved.
We got to see like little bits and pieces of who she is. And like they were fantastic. And she was a really fun, likable character.
Yeah, I wanted to like know more about her and like get her more involved somehow, but not so much, I guess. But again, we'll see what happens, but bottom line, we felt bad for Kermit. Yeah. And maybe more will be explored there. But I get the feeling they're kind of going in the direction of having Kermit and Miss Piggy slowly, like, become a couple.
I feel like that's what's gonna happen.
But at least, yeah. Because, so basically, the story with Piggy was she realizes she doesn't really have any friends, so she starts to try to seek friends out. And she turns to Janice, which I thought was cool, because I always wanted to see her and Janice do something together.
Yeah, because they don't really communicate all that much.
No, but they're both like the few women on like in this franchise, so it was cool. Yeah. So to see them together, but basically Janice takes her to like a silk aerial class. And when I heard that, I was like, oh god.
No, Piggy on silks.
I know, right? Floating in the air, which was actually done very well.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it looked like she was like actually, you know, floating up there and doing whatever. But I love that Uncle Deadly went with her, and so did Gloria Estefan. Yes. The little penguin.
They're a trio now, basically.
I know. Oh, and I loved how when they were in Miss Piggy's dressing room, how Gloria Estefan was in one of those ice coolers.
Just in the bucket.
Yeah, the bucket, like one of those champagne buckets.
That was great.
I know, that was really cute. I hope that we use Gloria more because she's so she, whatever she is, she's so adorable. But I think what I liked about Piggy was that what I liked in the story was that she was trying too hard, and therefore that kind of pushed people away from her.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it just seems like she just doesn't really know how to be sincere, you know?
Yeah. Like, she was trying so hard to make friends that she was less likable than ever.
Yeah, unfortunately. To other people. Like, I feel like for us, the audience, we sympathize with her.
Yeah.
I've definitely been in that situation where you're like...
Where you're like super awkward and you're like, you wanna be my friend?
You wanna be my friend? I'm all alone right now. And people are like,
No, I don't wanna be your friend.
Exactly. Yeah, I felt bad for her. But it was cool though, because I wasn't expecting them to have such quiet moments like later in the episode revolving around that, where we finally like get to see a bit more of her soul, and she, like I said the line specifically, am I that hard to like? And my heart broke. Oh. I felt bad for her.
And it was so hard to see Uncle Deadly just being like, I'm friend.
Yeah.
You need a friend. Who is me? Who is right here? I'm me. Look at me. I'm your friend.
And that's honestly how I have viewed Deadly the whole entire series. Like, he is like the gay best friend who just like gets her, like whether they're like actually close friends or not. And like she discovers finally that like, oh, this is the guy who gets me. Like, oh, I just thought that was sweet because he seems like he's so devoted to her.
And during that, Ingrid Michaelson song was so perfect.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ingrid Michaelson, is that her name?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That was such a cute little song. But yeah, when she was singing, and then we had Uncle Deadly trying to like guide her through the song and everything, and I think you could just see it. She was like, oh, "You're my friend. You're the one who's been there for me."
And it's such a cute song.
It is a really cute song. Yeah. So we had that story, and then the other story was Gonzo, Rizzo, and Pepe, like I said. Who were basically being somewhat bribed by Pache, or Pizza.
Pizza Pache.
Pizza Pache. And he takes them, I guess, to some place where like they make suits and also serve tea or something like that. It
was like, some weird combo upscale thing.
Yeah, and but he basically like gets them suits, and I love when they came in and I don't know that song that was playing, but they were playing a slow motion, and
oh, and they were walking back into the studio?
Yeah. I know that's kind of a homage to something. I just don't remember what exactly it is. But the song was great when they came in. And of course, RuPaul was there.
It was so good.
I know. You were so excited when you heard that RuPaul was going to be on it.
RuPaul is awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, RuPaul is so cool.
I know. I love that they brought it, like when they saw RuPaul at the suit place, and they were talking about how he was wearing like Santa boxers.
Yeah.
And they were making fun of him, and he was like, you know what? They don't stop being boxers in January.
Yeah. Yeah, like, snap back.
I know, right? I thought that was great.
And they were like, yeah, RuPaul looks different not in a dress.
Yeah.
Or pants.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was great. And then they ended up bringing him on the show, and he did the fashion thing with the trash bags, which was good. Which was also really cute. I was confused though why Rizzo, Pepe, and Gonzo came out in their suits with no trash bags, but I guess it was because Bobo, who was like the contestant, said that he found them in the bag or something like that.
Yeah, because the suits were in the bag.
Got it.
Like, yeah. Something like I guess they brought them back in a bag.
Got it.
Like in a garbage bag.
Okay.
To keep them like clean.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And then he was just like, well, they were in the bag, so
you win, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, Bobo.
Yeah.
I love Bobo.
I know, me too. I think it was great too how when he was standing next to RuPaul, I think he muttered something along the lines of, I hope my army buddies aren't watching.
Yeah.
Aw. It turns out he's a bit of a homophobe.
I mean, I feel like he's maybe not, but like...
Yeah, but he's just like, I don't want my friends who are homophobes to not see this. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like he's got this like idea of hypermasculinity that he has developed over the years, and he's like, I can't be that kind of bear.
Good one. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much, I'm just trying to think of like what there was, because it's like they had these stories. I liked that they were bringing again Pache in, because we're kind of like, again, teaming up against the bad guy. A good Muppety thing to do. Again, I think that they're doing a great job so far in this reboot of like making the Muppets just come together to do stuff. And at the end, so Uncle Deadly, I guess, was putting on like a black box theater version of Clueless, and he was in it, and I loved also that he was like, okay, I'm gonna go perform for like the 3 audience members, but then he came out and like all the Muppets were there.
Because they were supporting him because his buddy Piggy did it.
Yeah, because Piggy brought all of them, and Kermit had his not so subtle moment where he appreciated what she did. It's like, okay, let's see where this is gonna go.
Yeah.
Again, we're kind of like obviously going in the direction of maybe getting them to get back together, but still, it was nice that he acknowledged that. But I thought that was cute. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting like just Piggy to be in the audience.
Yeah.
You know, but then like all of them were there, and I was like, oh.
That was so sweet.
Yeah.
Especially because Uncle Deadly was having a really rough night, because I think it was because like his leading actress wasn't there, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
She was ditched.
Yeah, something like that.
And so like he had to go out and he was really not feeling it, and then all of his friends were there and it was really nice.
See, this is, I totally, when we were watching the show before, I liked it. I feel like when we were watching the show, I get where people are coming from, especially now, because now that we're kind of seeing a new perspective with the show. I feel like before, like, we really enjoyed it because A, it was very funny, it was very smart, it was written very well, but also as Muppet fans, we've seen the Muppets do so many things, it was nice to see them do something new.
Yeah.
I guess, and because we're so familiar with the characters, but I totally sympathize with the people who are like, oh, they were being a little too mean, and I don't like this, I don't like that, you know, but I do think that by bringing these elements in that we're a little bit more familiar with, I think that the show is getting a little bit more fluid.
Yeah.
And I like that there is stuff being carried over, and maybe not so much in this episode, except for maybe something going on with Kermit and Denise. But,
I mean, and Pache came back, which is...
Oh yeah, that's true, and Pache came back.
Because he's very recent, still.
Yeah, I hope we see more. Oh yeah, also I have to mention, I love the part where Kermit was like, oh, you didn't pay for the suits, here's a check for the money we owe you. And he's like, I don't want your money. But then he like,
the money.
takes it anyway.
He's like, I don't want your money, but I will take it.
But I will take it. Yeah, that was great. Yeah, he's a good character. I like him.
He's just such a terrible human being.
I
love it. I love
know.
it so much. He's awful.
I know. I just love how he like clearly like does not like the Muppets. And they don't really like him, but they're kind of forced to work together.
Yeah. He's one of those characters that you just love to hate.
Yeah. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I like him. I think he's a good addition. I hope they'll bring him in. I hope that by the end of this season, they'll figure out a way to like drive him away for good, maybe. Like it'll be a good climax or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I like what they did with him. And I have to say also, I love whenever we get Rizzo, Pepe, and Gonzo together, because I feel like we've had Gonzo and Rizzo together. We've had Rizzo and Pepe together, but when you have the three of them together, like...
They're fantastic.
They're fantastic.
They're such a good group.
Especially now that they live together.
Yes,
you know?
best roommates ever.
I know, I hope we revisit that a little bit more. I want to go back there and see what they do at home.
Yes.
Yeah. Which I'm so excited about.
Like, even just little cutscenes, like the kind of sketch thing they did with Pepe before.
Right, yeah.
But, like, just with their home would be great.
I think so too, yeah. You know, I could be wrong, but I think they might be visiting their home life a little more next week.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah, without going into, I don't know too much about it, but I saw some photos, so I'm like, yay. Oh, and I hopefully we'll find out more about Camilla too, because...
Yeah, because Camilla's back.
Yeah, supposedly. I mean, what happened? Are we gonna find out more about her?
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens next week. So I'm excited for next week's episode too, because I think I told you already that Robin is coming back.
Yes.
Yay! I'm so excited about that because I love Robin. I think they even said when they started the series that they weren't going to bring him back. They're like, oh, Robin's at school. He's never going to be on the show. But it's like, yeah, yay!
You know the great thing about school is school gets breaks.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe he's coming back for spring break or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, all in all, I liked the episode. It wasn't like really over the top hilarious or anything like that, but I think the strongest part was the story.
It had a lot of heart.
It did.
This episode had a lot of heart.
It had a bit more of you know what? I love when we dive into characters a little deeper than we normally do. Like for example, Miss Piggy. Like we get to see her be a bit of a, you know, a bitch every once in a while, and then like she comes out on top, and we're like, yay! But here it was like we actually like. At least me, I genuinely felt bad for her.
Yeah.
You know, like I was starting to see that she at least gets that she is self-absorbed and she's not very good at making friends, and that's something that needs to change about her. So we're kind of moving along with the arc a little bit more of that arc I was hoping for when the series started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's actually developing herself as a person.
Yeah, exactly. So good job, Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, good episode. Not over the top hilarious, like I said, but it didn't really need to be, I feel like. Yeah.
It was strong enough on its own that it didn't need the cheap comedy.
Yeah, exactly. And it still had some good moments. I think, oh yeah, a good use of your big mean Carl, by the way. What was that?
Yes.
You were falling asleep because I said so, or something like that. Yeah.
Big Mean Carl is a hypnotist.
Yeah.
It's like him saying that for that segment that they were missing.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you don't See, the writers, here's some sketches. Just a big binder of terrible ideas.
I feel like from everything we've heard from Carl, he just wants to be on the show really bad. He was like,
really does.
Because before he was like, I could play Santa. I could be in that sketch. It's like, okay, you want to be on this show at some point.
He does. It would be hilarious.
Yeah, it would. I hope we see him at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of want him to be in a role that he really shouldn't be in.
Yeah. Besides playing his sister.
Well, yeah.
Cool. I think that kind of covers it.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, that was, okay, so another good episode, a good development with the reboot that they're doing, all the little changes again. Great job, you guys. I'm excited for whatever they do with next week, and we will see you guys next week.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.